Yeah, what's up everybody? This is the boy JC. I'm up on the grind, as you already know. What I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna test with the Hisense Roku TV for the PlayStation 5. Now, can you use a Roku TV on the PlayStation 5? You can use any TV on the PlayStation 5. But it's a Roku TV, a basic TV that's decent enough for PlayStation 5 gaming. That's what we're gonna find out. So stay tuned. Yeah, you can see on the TV is 318. You already know I'm on the grind for all y'all. Alright, peep this. I was just curious. I got this TV I like. I wonder if I can play my PlayStation 5 on it. I know it's not an OLED quality. I know it's not the quality of the Sony X900H, but in my opinion, I think it's still pretty decent. Now, not everybody have the money to buy a big $700, $900 TV, $1,000 TV. Not everybody can do it. Now, some manufacturer or some people or some YouTubers will make you feel as if you have to spend big money to enjoy your next gen gaming. That's not always true. Some games doesn't even utilize 120 Hertz. Some games are 60 Hertz and they still look fantastic. Now, don't let nobody tell you have to get the OLEDs, the whatever it is. You can use whatever you want. You have to remember everything you're going to reflect on what you can afford. All right. So this is just my honest opinion, my honest review. Now, one thing I can tell about the Roku TVs, they got a very low input lag. So when it comes to gaming, Roku TVs are going to be fantastic right off the break because they know to have excellent low input lag. The difference is it depends on the brand. Some brand like TCL, they have a nice contrast, and Hisense sometimes it just got nice, like in the middle. It all depends on the brand. Every brand calibrates a TV differently. Some brands do the contrast differently. So it's all based on personal preference. I personally like Hisense because they're affordable. I used to love TCL, but TCL they get it up there in price. So I gotta come back down to earth because everything is based out of my own damn pocket. Now, looking at this, I love it. The screen is nice. This is a 70-inch TV I got from Best Buy. They don't have it right now because they no longer bring it. But if you can find it at a Walmart or at a pawn shop, I personally would get it. Because remember, if you watch my channel, you can see I keep on testing the Sony X900H. The TV was a pretty decent TV, but it was like at least $1,400. And the picture was good, the motion is good, Sony is good when it comes to motion. But one thing I know, for any TV that uses the Roku platform, input lags are going to be automatically low. So some games, some fast-paced games, you may see a little blur here and there, but for the price, picture quality, you can't go wrong. Now, before I use my regular test dummies on my PlayStation 5, there's some settings I would suggest. Okay, for me, I hit the options button. Oh, it's not working on this side right now. I go to settings. I go to picture settings, right? And you can see right here, you get TV brightness, which is good, and you got Dolby Vision, so you're going to get good picture quality right off the jump. Always activate Dolby Vision, all right? And you got different modes. You got normal, dark, darker. Now, I played a few games on it, and the picture kind of look washed out. You gotta fool around with the picture quality a little bit, the options a little bit, to get what you want. But the ones I use, I got close to the Sony X900H picture quality and a little bit close to the OLED. Now, it's not doing it right here for me. So what I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna have to go into the PlayStation 5. And that's when you're gonna see the options I'm gonna use. So let me go to my settings real quick. HDMI, I think it's HDMI 1 I had it in, yeah. Yeah, there we go, I think that's what it is. So you got Miles Morrissey pop-up HDR, so it automatically activated it. And look at the picture quality, friends. Look at that right there. It's not amazing for TV that's only 60 Hertz. 60 Hertz. But The picture quality is undeniable. Undeniable. It upscales pretty well. All right. And remember, it's just a basic TV. It's not a Sony or a LG or a Samsung. And this, in my opinion, it's keeping up with them. All right. So let me just go back to the option button real quick. All right. If you're gonna get a regular Roku TV, this is my personal settings, but you can use whatever you want. For me, I find the one that gives me the best picture quality, that's close to a Sony X900H and a little bit closer to OLED. What I did, I take off the picture quality. I put it on dark. I put it on dark HDR. So it give it close to a cinema display. It looks very rich. All right. For the picture settings, what I have right here, when I put it on game mode, the picture quality may be a little bit off, not by much, but the input lag has improved. But I realized that the color is not what I want. So if you have this TV, any Roku TV, my personal preference, my preferred settings, put the picture mode in dark HD. All right. And for the picture settings, I would turn off game mode. Like I said, it's a 60 hertz. They said that in game mode, you're supposed to see a difference in terms of input lag, but you're not gonna really miss it that much. So you can turn off game mode to activate dynamic contrast. When I turn on dynamic contrast, I notice the color is a whole lot nice and more vibrant. Me, I personally put it on high. And just like it says right here, auto adjust backlight level a lot for entire screen to enhance contrast. So you want to do that. To activate dynamic contrast and put it on high. All right. For color temperature, it's up to you. It's personal preference. I personally like a little bit warm, but cool is a little bit too bluish for me. So I like warm. It keeps it nice and warm. All right. Now, that's all I'm gonna do right now. I'm not gonna go into much details, but you get the basic, right? And like I said, for the PlayStation 5, people want the best, right? I know if you got the stimulus money and you want to splurge, I personally would say go for the LG CX. That's what I have. I love it. The sound is nice. The picture is sweet. The motion is amazing. But if you're a person that don't want to break your pocket and you can't afford the Samsungs, you can't afford the LGs, you can't afford the Sonys, I would suggest go with a Roku TV. And it could be a TCL of great contrast. But I got a cheap Hisense, and for me it upscales to 4K like a champ. And HDR is very good. You got Dolby Vision, and it's a good TV. I would suggest, if you have the money, you can find it at a pawn shop or the Best Buy or Walmart. You can afford it. You will not go wrong. You will not be disappointed. So don't let nobody fool you. You have to get a big boy to look good. No, the only person that's gonna know what you're going through is you and your pocket. All right. So let me just queue up Spider-Man Miles Morales right here, so you can see some gameplay and the picture quality for yourself. See, look at this. Look at this for budget 4K TV. Look at that. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, enough talking. Let me just crank up a gameplay real quick. Look at that color. Look at that. Look at that, dude. Look at that. Sweet. To me, actually, I'm not trying to be a pain in the butt, but to me, it looks like it's close to the Sony X900H. As a matter of fact, I think you'll give Sony X900H a run for the money. The difference with the Sony X900H is you got HDMI 2.1 for 120 hertz frame FPS, right? FPS. This is just a regular 2.0, but you ain't gonna miss it that much. And for the price, you ain't gonna miss it that much, really, trust me. Now, my personal preference when I'm playing Spider-Man Miles Morales, I like to go with Performance RT because I like the way it looks so vibrant, the motion and everything, because it gives it the highest frame FPS. So that's my personal choice. You can do whatever you want. That's just my personal preference. Now let's get into the gameplay and see what we got. Oh, got a crime on deck. Oh, got me good. See, I rarely see any motion blur. So this is good in my opinion. It's smooth and the picture quality is good, trust me. You can't afford the other boys, go with a Hisense or TCL for budget TV for PlayStation 5. You will not go wrong. Look at that. Look at that, people. Oh gosh. Oops. I thought I was done. Oops. It's time to take some bad boy out. Oops. Yeah, this is not my best gameplay right now. Oops. Good, trust me. Oops. Man, I can't go wrong with this, man. I'm loving this TV. That's it? Oh, I thought it was done. Well, you get the picture, right? You get the point. Like I said, you can't afford the Sonys, go with this. Either the Hisense or TCL, anything that's Roku, because Roku TV's got a great upscaling for 4K content. So you cannot go wrong. Beautiful TV. Look at you see for yourself. Crisp, sweet. To me, it looks way better than the Sony X900H, which is a $1,400 TV. Now, let me get another test dummy right here. I'm gonna go for a very fast-paced game, which is Gran Turismo. Look at the details, everybody. For a cheap TV, you can't, like I said, you can't go wrong with a Roku TV that got a HDR, 4K upscaling. Come on. I think you guys would reconsider going for big bucks TV. Now, if you want to wait, I would suggest wait on the TV that's coming out this year, because a lot of these TVs this year is coming out with HDMI 2.1. But if you can't wait, but you want something that's affordable and that's not going to hurt your pocket, go with a basic TV. You can't go wrong. So let me just do another gameplay real quick for y'all. Look at that. Look at that. You know what? I'm just gonna go off the bat and say this. For what I see, it looks better than Sony X900H. You can look at my Sony X900H video and you can judge that for yourself. Alright, let me just do a quick gameplay right here. I'm gonna go with a night mode in rain. Alright, let's go. Now this is a fast-paced game and it's supposed to be at 60 Hz. We're gonna see how it handles fast-paced motion games. Alright? And I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in. And if you like, you can always hit the subscribe button. You know what I mean? I appreciate that. Because we're aiming for 1,000 to get things rolling. Alright? Hit the likes, leave a comment, and I give you about my responses. Alright? Look at the rain. Look at the water reflection on the track. For a 4K TV, that's cheap. Come on. Okay, let me go. Whoa. Dang. Yo. So in reality, you can have HDMI 2.1, but you don't really need it. if you can't afford it, you're not losing anything. Some people and some YouTubers tell you like, man, if you don't have HDMI 2.1, you're missing out. Not necessarily true. It all depends. Not every game gonna utilize 120 FPS. All right, let's just be realistic about that. Sometimes they try to hype up a product because they want to sell you something. All right. Sometimes they're probably working for the big boys like Samsung or Sony. For me, I work for y'all, and everything is out of my pocket, so I'm not selling nothing. I'm just being straight up honest. But for what I see, it's beautiful. You can see the reflection on the water on the track. And look at that color, look at that. That's almost OLED quality with that contrast. Ooh. I know, I think I'm gonna start using this TV more than my OLED TV, to be honest with you. And this is a 70-inch. Get out of my way. Ooh, dang. I rarely see any artifacts, any blur. This thing handles it like a champ. This TV handles fast-paced gaming like a champ. I think it's all due to the fact that it got a very, very low input lag, which is a plus. And one thing I like about Roku TVs, if you don't have a remote, you can always download the app on your phone or your tablet and control it right there. It's not like some other TV where if you lose it, you have to go buy a universal, which like most of the time don't really work. Or you gotta order an OEM, which may take a few weeks in the mail. With Roku, what I like about Roku, you can always download the app again on your smartphone or your tablet and control the TV right there and then. That's one plus about Roku. Roku is a very good operating system. I personally like it. My second favorite is the LG operating system. Very, very smooth, very easy to use. Even a child could use it. But Roku is a more simpler, more easier operating system to use. And they offer a lot of free goodies like channels and other little things. Ooh, yo. What's but you get the picture, right? You get the big picture what I'm trying to tell you about this Roku TV, and it's not that expensive. You just get the same, if not almost the identical quality compared to the big boys for a fraction of the price. So do yourself a favor, save your money for your Christmas coming up or your Thanksgiving for your family, and get something that's affordable, a nice Roku TV, TCL or Hisense. You can't go wrong. Boom, cheese. You look at this picture quality, and you can go back to my video that got a Sony X900H, and you can judge for yourself. Okay, let me play one more game real quick, and then I'm gonna end this video for y'all. Let me try Call of Duty. So handle this game as well. And the sound quality is amazing as well. It's got some good speakers. Alright, enough of the yap. Man, I wish I could skip this, man, so I can just get straight to the gaming.
Uplink nearly complete.
I'm gonna volume a little bit for y'all.
General Shepard, you're online with Captain Price.
Back from the brink, Captain.
Out of the frying pan is more like it. This world looks more like hell than the one I just left.
We thought we'd recovered the ACS before the Russians...
PlayStation 5 or my Roku TV. Save yourself. If you ain't got the money to spend, save the money and get it something affordable. And this model I have is a R6, but it's a 70-inch TV. So like I said, you can use Roku TVs. All right, enough talking. Let's get the show on the road.
Shepard, are you willing to do what is necessary to win?
Always.
We got ourselves a pretty big fire.
My God, look at this picture quality, man. No, I think this is better than Sony X900H. That's just my opinion. So if you're a fanboy, I appreciate your dislikes and your objections. That's fine, but I'm not a fanboy. I just call it as I see it. I'm a very honest reviewer, all right? And I'm working towards 1,000 and beyond, and I'm doing everything for y'all. Anyway, here comes the gameplay. Let's do this.
Price, I can barely see Roger shooting my satellite feed. Too much
Oh, jeez.
over.
Roger that, Soap. I found Roach. He appears to be intact. We're gonna head northwest for some days, over.
Copy that. The rest of the team
Yo.
lies near coast, pretty far to the east.
If I'd like to proceed with the mission, we'll regroup if possible.
Roach, follow me and stay out.
And also to add, it have great reflection. So you can play it in a bright room, in a dark room, and you won't have any problem. Especially in the bright room, the reflection, you handle reflection like a champ.
One German Shepherd. Dogs. I hate dogs. These Russian dogs are like pussycats compared to the ones in Pripyat. It's good to have you back, old man. Patience. Don't do anything stupid. Convoy coming. Get out of sight. Let them pass. They're onto us. Open fire.
Oops. Dead man walking. Anyway, anyway, you get the point. Now, like I said, in conclusion, Roku TV, is it good for PlayStation 5? Yes. Does it handle motion? Well, yes. Do you really need 120 Hertz? It's subjective. It's based on your personal needs. Me, I don't really need it because I don't really see the difference. Because Sony haven't activated VRR for the PlayStation 5 yet. So 60 Hertz is going to be just as good as 120 Hertz panel. Only way you're going to see the difference if when Sony releases the software update to unlock VRR, and you have to have a TV that have HDMI 2.1 to get a 120 Hertz or 120 FPS. But you're not going to miss it on a 60 Hertz. You're not going to miss it. Now, picture quality wise, like I said, you see for yourself. To me, it's beautiful. I love it. I think I'm going to use this more than my OLED TV right now. Anyway, this is the boy JC. I love y'all. So feel free to comment, leave your likes, and do your subscribe. I'm going to be pushing out more videos on some more TVs I'm going to test, and I'm going to do some more SSD external hard drive. I see one that I want to test, which is a beast. So I want you guys to subscribe and hit the notification. So when it pops up, you're going to see it. And I guarantee you, I'm going to come up with some amazing reviews soon. All right. So this is the boy JC. I love y'all. I'll see you in the next one.